Okay, so I finally got my braids done yesterday. I went to this place that's not too far from my hostel. It was pretty nice. It wasn't exactly like the look I was going for, but I think it's still cute, and she curled the ends. I didn't get to vlog too much yesterday, but I didn't also do too much. I was trying to figure out my hostel situation, just because what I didn't know about Western Europe is that for the most part there's no air conditioning. At least in the historic areas, they're not allowed to put in air conditioning. So my first night here was kind of rough, but last night was okay. It's around 9 a.m. and I'm going to get some breakfast really fast, and I'm gonna make sure I vlog today. So I think today is a good day for me to go and like check out different neighborhoods. One of my goals living here, and the hostel, the guy gave me recommendations for which neighborhoods I might like. If I like pass like tourist attractions like on the way, then I'll go. It's like a very loose plan for today. Yeah. I'm trying to decide between like this white pair and the flip-flops. I like these more for showering. It's easy to slip my feet out and slip my feet in so that I can like wash my feet a little bit better. The flip-flops will be more useful for the beach though, because yeah, I can get some multi-use out of them. One thing that I think it's kind of nice to know is that here everyone assumes I speak Portuguese, and I think that's pretty cool. I do need to learn, which I still don't think should be too hard. Yeah, I might go to Sephora real quick. I know this was not the purpose of today. It was more so that I'm supposed to like check out neighborhoods and stuff. So I was freaking out, feeling like I had to do like half of everything today. But when I thought about it, I'm here for another 5 days after this. So I don't need to do everything today. I could take my time a little bit more. I left Sephora and then I walked all the way from there to Anjos, which is where I am now, to kind of check out the neighborhood and see what the energy is like. It is very international. Like you can get like any kind of food you want here, to be honest. Like this neighborhood, I do have to see if there's like air conditioning and stuff like that over here, because I need my air conditioning. It's just a part of who I am. I stopped in for another matcha latte because it's starting to become a problem, and I talked to the guy who was working at this shop, and he told me 2 more neighborhoods that I could check out, because I was actually starting to get excited a little bit about Anjos because it's pretty, but it's also actually more expensive than I was looking for. I stopped and I kind of started to look on Idealista a little bit for apartments, and I'm living alone and still searching for a job, so I have to like consider these kinds of things. But I started to see that the apartments were like 1,000 and above. And I was really hoping for more like 800, 900 euros a month. Like there's some in like close by neighborhoods, but it's like only like a single bedroom with like a small bed that you can get for that price. And so I kind of want a little bit more space, you know, in my first adult apartment. So I'm looking at like more of the metropolitan area, I think. Like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe even an hour outside of the city, which I think will give me a little bit better of a chance of finding what I like as far as apartments go. And I was assured by this guy that even if I'm moving to one of these kind of like more metropolitan areas, there's still plenty to do, still plenty to see. And if I ever want to come back like in this area, it's not too hard. For the most part, all the public transportation besides the buses is supposed to be reliable. So I'm just depending on that and taking my time and looking around a little bit more. And I was also like, just as like a preview a little bit, I put in like for Porto, the apartments there, and it seems like they're significantly less expensive, but I'm having a little bit harder of a time right now finding information on Porto. But again, in about 2 weeks, I will be there. So I get to like learn a little bit more about what that's like and kind of life there. But Lisbon, neighborhood to neighborhood, is actually quite different, and it's really pretty. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys more. Okay, so I don't want to waste too much battery because I didn't really charge my camera like that. But I made it to the train above the metro. It's an above ground train. I'm going to 2 neighborhoods just to see what it would be like to live there and what the energy is. The vibes are really important. Tourism wise, it would be great to be in like the city center, but like every day, you know, I'd kind of like a little bit more of a chill vibe and then be able to go and get what I want. So both of these neighborhoods are about 30 minutes away from the city center by public transportation, which I think is low-key perfect for me. And then I was told that it is much more affordable to live in these areas than it is to stay in the center of Lisbon. You can negotiate rents and stuff. Here, like, you don't have to go with the first asking price, and you can negotiate bringing your pets and stuff like that. It like really depends. It's worth having like those conversations. So I'm thinking even if I see a neighborhood that's a little bit out of my price range or what I want it to pay, I'm still gonna go and like check it out and then see if I can talk to the owner about maybe lowering the price a little bit. But that's where we're at right now. Bom dia.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem?
Consulta. O serviço de lavanderia, a gente pode usar a roupa e depois pegar ou como é o sistema? Tem que aguardar aqui? Você está aqui ou não?
Sorry, can you speak a little slower? English?
Sim, em inglês.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question?
So we want to wash our clothes and the
Okay, so this is in part for the vlog, but also kind of in part just for me to talk about my feelings because I'm in a different time zone from the people that I'm closest to, and I don't know, it just feels kind of like I don't really know how else to like get all of these feelings out or talk about them, and like maybe this is something valuable for documenting for myself later to remember these feelings. But I feeling like at first excited about the whole prospect of moving and like it was gonna be a great time. But now, like, the more time I spend like doing this, the more I feel like this might be a bad idea. Not because I don't like Portugal or Albania or Europe or any of those kinds of things, but also a little bit more because I don't know, I am apart from my friends and family and my routine and things like that. It's not North Carolina that's keeping me back, but I mean, well, in part, I really love fall in the United States, and I want to do like pumpkins. I just don't want to miss out on the things that made life back home special, and so it's kind of difficult to stay here and think about starting something completely new and not being there for the things that I do love. Um, yeah, I'm having a particularly hard time dealing with that. So, yeah. Trying to do some things today that would make me a little bit more excited or remind me like why I want to do this. Portugal is surprisingly expensive. So I'm also thinking that through with like my financial situation and what finding a job would be like and like especially finding something remote. Also considering time differences. So once I apply for my visa and stuff like that, I need to start job searching. Yeah, I'm trying to do what's best for me, but part of me is wondering like, is this just a random decision I wanted to make, or is this what's the best thing for me to do? Also, I'm like, oh, everybody's saying you're young and take advantage of these situations and this time that you have because you might not have it later. So I'm trying to keep that in mind, but it doesn't make it like easier all the time. This is kind of like newer feelings for me, but I guess the older that I get, the more that I start to feel these kinds of things or feel like time is running short. That like I just don't have enough time to do what I need to do or I want to do. And I just want to spend time with family and stuff like that, but it's just less possible. Not impossible, but less convenient or less easy to do here than it would be if I just, not even just stayed home, but stayed in the United States, you know? So I'm just, yeah, that's just what I'm feeling right now. A lot of complicated emotions. And so we'll figure out if that's what feels good for me. And yep, we'll see.